This is how we ride. This is how we do. Riding mud, sliding up.
So, was in town and here for USA Nationals and all this stuff going on, and they said there's a 28, 20-something. They don't even know how much this dang thing's going to pay to win. Street stock race up at Rice Lake. I never heard of the place before. And you end up being the winner. For the people out there, who the hell are you? How about that?
Nick Traynor.
And you run what class? Is this predominantly what you run out there?
Predominantly what I run is a super stock TRC chassis, and I usually run this a few times a year. Definitely the Dream Race, this one, and then some invitationals at the end of the year. Usually go to Cedar Lake for the Legendary 100, but not too often we're in it.
Okay, so you're super stock and stuff like that,
Yep.
and is that pretty much what you've always done? I heard they say you've won this race more than once or something like that?
2 years ago I won it. But yeah, I started in 2010 with a pure stock, and then 16 is when I switched over to a super stock, and 17 I sold all my stuff, and a buddy wanted to be a car owner, so he bought a couple super street stocks and then a super stock, and we also got a B-Mod that another one of our friends drives. But yes, predominantly I'm in the super stock, and then we pull out the street stock every once in a while.
Well, I mean, World Outlaw Sprint Cars were at Cedar Lake a couple weeks ago. The main event winner took home $10,000. You just took home 2 times, almost 3 times as much. The racing here is a little, it seemed hectic. They kind of do like a silver dollar heat race invert flop deal.
Yeah, so you draw for your first heat, and then you invert for the second heat, and then it's all based off passing points. You need a lot of luck too, to get a position up front, good car and whatnot, but you never know what you're going to be racing for until you pull out there for the feature. They announce the final purse, so it's definitely a awesome race to be involved in.
Well, and there was rain and all this other crap. That was pretty crazy. It was really pouring down there that first go.
Yeah, absolutely. Nobody wants to have to race the next day just to complete a feature or a feature race to be called halfway through just because of rain. We want
it's been lightning all over the place.
We want to race that baby right to the end, to figure out the true winner.
So obviously you're really successful in this. This is a big race, a lot of competition. Yep. I was almost questioning some sprint car owners in the area why they bring in out-of-towners instead of like putting in locals who are performing in the lower ranks. Why do you think that may not? I mean, obviously you got some driving ability. Why is it somebody trying to put you in a super late model or USMTS modified and try to? Right. Obviously you got the talent. Why are we worried about sending dirt guys to NASCAR? We could be moving them up the ranks of dirt racing.
Absolutely. I'd have no interest in a NASCAR type thing. I'm strictly a dirt guy, but
I'm saying promotion from within.
You got to know some people, and obviously you got to be a good driver and have some skill. And I believe I got some good driving skill, but I mean, obviously I'd need some time in a car, but maybe someday I'll get that opportunity.
Well, and it does seem like Wissota area racing doesn't really get much national attention. It kind of lives in that shadow of IMCA USRA. Because that's kind of what people think of.
Especially this area, you get over more towards Minnesota, Wissota, we got more Wissota tracks over that area, and it's a couple-hour drive for us to go anywhere from this area to drive over there, and with the way fuel prices are and whatnot, it just can't get tires for Wissota, so we just been pretty limited schedule this year.
So this is a really great racetrack, lots of fans. What's some other racetracks in Wissota that people maybe should pay attention to and some big races coming up the rest of the year?
Definitely Menominee, they put on a few good races. We just raced for $2,500 to win Super Stock. We were following the Super Stock Series, which goes to Superior, Ashland, Grand Rapids, Granite City. That's a fun series to follow, but I believe there's a lot of good Wissota drivers in this area, and definitely in this whole Wissota street stock class. They're some of the best of the best. I wish I could follow that Steffi street stock tour, but I just don't have the manpower to go with me, and limited time with work and everything else.
But if somebody has a super or USMTS modified that they want you to drive, you'll say yes.
Absolutely.
Is that your aspirations? Would it be super late model? What would you aspire to at this point?
I think it'd be fun to drive a modified too, but I think it'd all be fun to.
I think most people assume the top of fendered racing is super late models, because the modified guys want to be super guys.
Yep. Absolutely, it'd be a blast to have an opportunity to drive one of them.
So Lance Landers and Jonathan Davenport should roll out the backup and throw you in it this weekend at USA.
Yeah, right. I'll be there watching and cheering.
Well,
that's for sure.
Bring your gear. You never know. I mean, you never know.
Guys are on a whole new level. That's for
hey,
sure.
man, you won more than second place. I'm pretty sure tonight.
Yeah.
So almost more than the winner. Just 20,000 shy, but. Just saying.
Right.
But anyways,
Absolutely.
all right. Well, good job, and hopefully
you.
we can get your name out there and get you moved up.
Absolutely.
This is how we ride. This is how we do. Ride mud, slide mud.